Good evening to one and all present here. Myself Gurjot Kaur, and today I welcome you all for this amazing, exciting, and wonderful session of MOS, wherein we are going to learn about dashboard creation in Excel. I request everyone to be participative, clarify your doubts at the end of the session, and please be on mute. I request Mr. Alok Sethi sir to continue further. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gurjot, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to this session. Today, we are moving ahead in our course, and we are going to learn about dashboard creation in Excel. Now, when we talk about dashboard, I would like to understand from you what word comes to your mind when you hear this word dashboard, or what do you understand by the meaning of the word dashboard? कहाँ सुना है ये वर्ड आपने और कहाँ यूज में लेते हैं हम इसको नॉट ओनली इन एक्सेल बट इन पर्सनल लाइफ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट डैशबोर्ड व्हाट एग्जैक्टली डैशबोर्ड रेफर्स टू टेल मी इन द चैट बॉक्स कि डैशबोर्ड का क्या मतलब होता है collection of all data in one sheet. Okay, that can be done in a tabular form also, right? We can collect the data in tables and we can create a dashboard from that data, tabular data. Okay, so what is something which is different in a dashboard when it comes to creating it in Excel? Okay, not in Excel, but yeah. Have you seen a dashboard in car also? There is a dashboard in car. What are the features of a dashboard which is there in a car? क्या क्या चीजें आपको दिखती है एक डैशबोर्ड पे? Speedometer, okay. So only speedometer, Shrestha. What else do you see on a dashboard of a car? Can we see that we see all the controls? We have all the controls at one place in in the car, or the speedometer, the petrol indicator, the distance indicator, the map, gearbox, AC controls, music controls. Yes, different panels, indicators, all are there at one place. Do we have anything which is not present on the dashboard, which is required to drive a car? How to get the instructions or to see the view? We have everything which is required, right? Similarly, when we create a dashboard in Excel, it is basically a summary. Okay, so Santosh ma'am has said steering wheel, place to keep necessary documents, car control features, navigation. Very good. So everything that we require is there at one place, so we don't have to look here and there for the other informations that we want. Okay, so what we will be learning today is how to create a dashboard where we can actually uh, learn how to integrate the data in Excel. Okay, we have the data in different sheets, or we can have a data in one sheet. But what we would like to do is we would like to uh, understand how to integrate all this data so as to make a meaningful information of that data. Okay, so as to have a meaningful information. Okay, so now I've already shared one file with everyone. So kindly download that file and we are going to work on it now. Okay, just give me one moment and then I will sharing my screen. I'll be sharing my screen. So now I'm going to share my screen, and on the screen you will see the same file which you have downloaded. We are going to work on that file, and we will see how we can create a dashboard and what we have to think before we actually think of a dashboard. Okay. So I hope the screen is visible now to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now see, this is a image of a dashboard. This is the photo of a dashboard that you all can see. Okay. Now, what do we see in this dashboard? Okay, I want to hear from you कि इस डैशबोर्ड में आपको क्या क्या दिख रहा है. ठीक है, एक बार अच्छे से इस डैशबोर्ड को देखिए. इट इज अ एचआर एनालिटिकल डैशबोर्ड. ठीक है. सो जस्ट गिव मी अ काउंट ऑफ how many what you can say different elements you see in this dashboard. Just give me a count, a number. Take 1 minute, see this dashboard और एक बार गिन के मुझे बताइए कि आपको कितने एलिमेंट्स अलग अलग दिख रहे हैं. ठीक है, इस डैशबोर्ड के अंदर. गिव मी अ काउंट इन द चैट बॉक्स. So everyone has answered. So Gurjot says 10, Arushi says 11, Gurjot again 11, Santosh ji broadly 6, others are subcategory 7, 11. Okay. So you are saying 10 and 11. Let me start counting it now for you all. Okay. So whether it is a subcategory or it's a part of this, we are going to evaluate everything now. Okay. So, first thing that you see is the employee count. Okay, first thing is the employee count. Then you have attrition count. Then you have attrition rate. Then you have active employees, and you have average age. So five elements are there here. Okay, they are in one row, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements are there. Then you have attrition by gender. So this is the sixth element. Seventh is department-wise attrition. Eighth one is number of employees by age group. Ninth one is job satisfaction rating. 10th one is education fieldwise attrition, and the 11th one is attrition rate by gender for different age groups. Okay, so this is a 11-point dashboard. You can see that you are getting to see 11 different features of dashboard. Okay, 11 different features of dashboard we all can see here. Okay, but this is the output that we can see. Okay, now let me show you the input. Let me show you how this appeared as a data, because this is a pictorial form. So whenever we talk about dashboard in Excel, dashboard is a pictorial representation of the data. It represents the data in a very in a pictorial manner. So you see different pictures, you see different what you can say, you see different numbers, graphs, symbols, charts. Okay, and you see a background also. So that is all possible in Excel. That is what we are going to learn today. Okay, so now taking back you to the data. So this is the output that we want to create. In the input HR data, you will see what the data is actually. Okay, so we come to the first row, and the first row has all the headings, the column headings. So if you see, if I ask you how many columns are there, how many columns are there in this data? How many columns are there in this data? So I want an answer from everyone now. You know what is the formula to be applied. Okay. So tell me what is the last column number you can see in this. तो दूसरा क्या है?
अब कैसे खेलना है बेसबॉल तो बॉल आई थी जिसको मारना
28. Gurjot has answered 28. What about others? Is 28 the right answer? How do we check how many columns are there?
मैं गलत खेल पा रहा हूँ वो मना कर रहा है
Okay, so we are getting 28 as the answer. 28 columns are there. 28 columns are there. And what is the formula we have to apply? Gurjot, what is the formula you applied? What is the formula that you applied?
Sir, equal column.
Correct. So is equals to column is what we have to mention in bracket. And we have got 28. So there are 28 columns in this data. And how many rows? How many rows? So the last row is 15, 25. The last row is 15, 25. So 15, 25 rows and 28 columns. So that is how many data, how many cells have the data. So 15, 25 into 28 if you do. So it is 4,27,000 rows ka data we have. 4,27,000 cells ka data is what we have. Okay. Okay. So now we are going to analyze this data and then we will proceed with the dashboard creation. Okay. Now, what are the steps in dashboard creation? First, we need to understand that this is, I have shown you the density of the data. We are going to first understand the data. Okay. But before we understand the data, let us look at what are the different steps of creating a dashboard. What are the different steps in dashboard creation? And then we will create a dashboard. Okay. So now I'm going to the sheet steps to create a dashboard. Okay. And here you will see something interesting. Okay. So you are seeing a poster from a movie and there are three characters. One is Ram, one is Anjali, and one is Dev. And there is a question mark. What is the movie name? So tell me the name of the movie.
आई तो हेड भी नहीं मारा वो भी नहीं दे रहा है बॉल उसने दे दी बॉल तो उसके कितने रन थे पापा 6 हो गए और वो जीत गया
Keep quiet. Okay, so I'm just waiting for your answers in the chat box. I hope people have answered. Okay. Shrestha has answered. Dhadkan is the movie name, right? So this it was a very good movie, and why the movie is there and what this movie is doing in Excel, you will get to know because the steps to create a dashboard. There is a code word for it which I have written here, and I'm just highlighting the code word so that you can also look at it. Okay, so the code word is Dev, Dave. So we had this character in this movie Dev, which was played by Sunil Shetty, and this is Akshay Kumar, and this is Shilpa Shetty. Okay, the movie name you have rightly guessed, and the movie name is Dhadkan. Okay, now see why we have to remember this is because see this is the answer. Okay, so this is the poster of the movie, and we have to remember this character Dev, Dave. Okay, Dev. So DAB are 4 steps. Okay, now you will see what are the 4 steps. I'm just disclosing all the 4 steps to you. This is step number 1, which is D, that is discover the data. So first in the dashboard creation process, the first thing that you have to do is to discover the data. Okay, so first you have to do the data discovery. Step number two, that you have to do is step number two is A. Okay, so DAVE. So where is my X? Second step is DA. A is for analysis. Okay, so to analyze, to create connections among the data fields, you have to analyze the data. Okay, so first is discover, second is analyze. Yes. Third step, step number 3, DAV. Now, once we have done the data discovery, data analysis, now what is the next step to be done? Tell me. V, what will V stand for? V stand for visualize. Okay. So V stands for visualization. Those who are smart enough, they can look at the formula bar and get the answer. Okay. I know people are smart. They know how to copy. So step number 4. Okay. Step number 4. Step number 4 is E. So first you discover the data, then you analyze the data, then you visualize, you convert the data into visual. And the fourth step is explore. You explore the possible way of creating and displaying data in all attractive manner. Okay. So this is the 4-step process of creating a dashboard. First, you discover the data. You spend the time with data in understanding the data, what the data is all about, what we have, what are the fields, what we can inform, what information we can derive from the data. Then you analyze the data, you create connections among the different data. Then you create a visuals, charts, and images, and then you explore different ways of interpreting the data. Okay, so this is how you have to do. Now, see, this is the data. This is the data which we have. It has 28 columns and 1525 rows. Okay, now we are going to start with the first step. Okay, see, in one lecture you'll not be able to complete the entire dashboard. Today I will be just briefing you on all the 4 steps, how we have to go about it. Okay, what we will do is we will create the first row today. Okay, and in the coming days, tomorrow and day after, we will complete this dashboard. We will create one more dashboard of IPL in the coming days. Okay, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to apply all the 4 steps and to create this kind of a visual. Okay, so here is the input, here is the data that we have. Data is already there in front of you. Now what we are going to do is we are going to analyze this data. Okay, so first column is attrition. Now this data I have derived from a company's HR department. Okay, it is a uh, data of a company HR department. So HR department का data है तो उसके अंदर क्या होगा? You have the details of the employees who are working with the company, employees who have left the company, employees who are serving in which department, how many years experience they have. So there are 28 columns. We are going to analyze the each column in detail, and then we will analyze what information we can derive from this and what we can present to the management that the management would be interested in knowing. First is attrition. Now, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of the word attrition in the chat box? What is the
Sir,
meaning?
sir, at what rate the employees are leaving the organization or
Huh? What if the company employees are?
leaving the organization?
Attrition means employee leaving the organization. Okay, so attrition means employee leaving the organization. So if it is saying yes or no, so yes means that the employee has left the organization. No means the employee is already there. Okay. So this first column is there. Now what we have done is we have converted the attrition into number. Why we have done so, that I will tell you later. But we have applied a simple if formula, if function, and we have said that if attrition is yes, If this column attrition is having yes as an answer, then convert into a one number. If it is having a no as an answer, then convert into a zero. Okay. So we have converted this column into a one and zero. Okay. So one represent that the employee has left the organization, zero represent that the employee is still there. Then you have business travel. So whether the employee is traveling regularly, frequently, or is a non-traveler. Okay. So there are three categories. Then you have the age band. So under 25. Okay. What we'll do is we'll apply a filter and then we'll be able to see all the categories which are there. So we have under 25, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, over 55. So these are the different age band for the employee. Then we have the label ex-employee or current employee. Then we have the date of joining. Okay, when the employee have joined the organization. So we have the date of joining. Then department, which department they are working. So it can be HR department or R&D department or sales department. Three departments we have taken. Education field, what is the education field that they are catering to or they are coming from? So we have life sciences, marketing, medical, other technical. Then male and female, the gender of the employee. Job role, what role he is playing. So there are different roles. Then marital status, whether he is single, married, divorced. Overtime, whether he's doing overtime or not. Training time last year how many times he was trained. So that is from 0 to 6. Okay. Age, what is the age of the employee? So we have a age band of 18 to 16. Daily rate, what is the rate that the employee is getting? Distance from home, education, qualification, hourly rate, monthly income, job satisfaction ratings, number of companies worked with, percentage salary hike, how much percentage hike he has got, the employee has got over the years, standard hours, how much hours he is working in a week, total working hours, years. Okay, so zero represent that the employee has not worked, has just joined. Okay, and then similarly we have years at in current role, years since last promotion, and years with the current manager. Okay, now these are the different information we have in a particular sheet. There are 28 columns. Now what we need to identify is what is the end result that we are looking for, what we want to derive from this information, what information is crucial for the management, what information is not so crucial, what information can hamper the decision making process. Okay, now there are different departments, each department requires some employee. तो किस डिपार्टमेंट में कितने लोग काम करते हैं, उनकी क्वालिफिकेशन क्या है, कितने लोग सिंगल हैं, कितने लोग मैरिड हैं, है ना, देन हाउ मेनी इयर्स दे आर वर्किंग विद, और किसका प्रमोशन होना चाहिए, किसका नहीं होना चाहिए, कौन किस मैनेजर के साथ काम कर रहे हैं, ऑल दीज थिंग्स इंफॉर्मेशन आर देयर. ओके. But if I ask you, okay, tell me the number of employees. So you can see there are 1525 rows. Okay, 1525 rows का डेटा है ये. अब मैं अगर आपसे पूछता हूँ, tell me the number of employees who are under the age 25. How would you tell me? Would you be able to tell me ये 25 से कम लोग कितने साल के हैं, वो बताइए. कितने लोग ऐसे हैं जो 45 से 54 की एज ग्रुप के हैं, कितने लोग ऐसे हैं जो सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट में काम करते हैं, कितने लोग ऐसे हैं जो R&D में काम कर रहे हैं, कितने लोग ऐसे हैं जो sales representative हैं, they are working as a sales representative. How many are married, how many are single, how many are having a bachelor's degree or a high school. ठीक है, how many have got a percentage hike of 15% or so. So if I ask you all these questions, how would you do? Subtotal, correct. That is one way of doing it. You're right, we can do a subtotal. Okay, but then in that case, to take a subtotal, I have to first arrange the data in a alphabetical order. I have to arrange the data in a particular format, and then for all the columns I'll not be able to take a subtotal. Okay, so can anyone tell me how we can derive the answers to these particular questions which I've asked you? Okay, tell me what is the number of employees who are less than 25 years of age. Tell me how many person are working as a sales representative, how many are doing overtime, not doing overtime. All these information we want. So basically what we are looking at, we are looking to create a summary of this data. We are trying to create a summary from this data. How to create a summary from this data? Which is that tool which helps us in creating a summary of any data? Tell me. Count if what you're telling me is a function. Okay. But count if will not give me a summary, it will give me a result. I want a summary. Slicer. Okay. Slicer belongs to which family? Slicer. Yeah, pivot table. Correct. So this is what I was looking as the answer, Umesh, as rightly mentioned, pivot table. Okay. और pivot, whatever you can call it, pivot या pivot बात ही की है. ठीक है. अब करना क्या है कि हम pivot table कैसे बनाएंगे और that will be the base for this dashboard creation. So this is the output that I've already showed you. ये मैंने आपको दिखाया था जो लोगों ने अभी ज्वाइन किया है. We are going to create this kind of a dashboard, and today what we are going to learn, we are going to uh, look at these 4 steps of dashboard creation. That is, first is discovering the data, second is analyzing the data, third is creating the visual, and fourth is exploring the possible ways of displaying the data in an attractive manner. So now I have a question for everyone. Out of these 4 steps, which step do you think is the most important one? Which step do you think is the most important one? इन चारों स्टेप में से सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप कौन सा लगता है आपको, बताइए. सो Algamai. Okay, I don't know whether I pronounce your name correctly or not, but I've just tried it. So he's saying point number 2, analyzing data. Kalpana says 3. Gurjot says visualize. That is 3. Shrestha also says 3. Santosh ji says 2. Umesh has not answered yet. Okay. So I'm wanting everyone to answer, please. Those who are attending this class, please participate. तो बताइए इन चारों स्टेप में से आपको सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप कौन सा लगता है? विच इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप? 2. Okay, he's also saying 2. अच्छा, what is the difference between the first step and the second step? Can anyone tell me? पहला है discover और दूसरा है analysis. Can you do analysis without discovering the data? Can we do analysis without discovering the data? No, no, no. Can we do visualization without discovering the data? Can we do exploration without discovering the data? Can we do any of the step without doing the first step? No. Then what is the most important step now? Discovering. So have you now discovered the right answer? Yes. Now everyone is coming to the right answer. That is discovering the data. Yes. So very important step in creating a dashboard is not about creating the visuals or analyzing the data or exploring it. The first thing that you should do is to discover the data. We have to go and see what is there in the data. क्योंकि see, you might not know कि what kind of data would be there with the organization. ठीक है, अगर आप कोई नया जॉब में है या आप कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में इतने साल से काम भी कर रहे हैं तो भी डेटा डायनामिक होता है, कुछ भी फील्ड्स कभी भी आ सकती हैं. तो अगर आपको पता है कि कौन सा डेटा है तो आपको ज्यादा डिस्कवरी में टाइम नहीं लगेगा. बट इफ यू आर क्रिएटिंग अ न्यू डैशबोर्ड विद अ न्यू डेटा सेट, this is a data which you might have not seen before. It is a new data to you. So what is the first step that you should do is to analyze or discover the data. First you discover, then we will do the analysis. Now, how to do the discovery? Okay, or what do I mean when I say the word discover? So what I will do is I've just copied the first heading and of all the columns, and now I'm going to paste it in rows. So to do that, I will use paste special Alt H V V. ठीक है, ये आ गया. बट इसको मुझे कॉलम्स पे नहीं चाहिए, मुझे रो में चाहिए. तो Alt H V T I will do. So wait, let me just copy this data again. Control C and Alt H V T transpose. Okay. So we have got the data into different rows now. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions now. Okay, so now you have to answer these questions. So all the data which were there in different columns is into row now. What we are going to do is we are going to discover this data. Okay, we are going to discover this data. Now transpose, yes, everyone is correct. Very good. Transpose we have done. Very good. So what we will call this as, we will call this as a field. Okay, field. And now in this field you have to divide into two parts. Okay, one, it can be either a dimension or it can be a measure. Okay, I will explain the meaning of this word, why I'm introducing these terms to you, because in visualization there are two powerful softwares which are ruling the market. Okay, can anyone name them? Data visualization के दो महान प्लेयर्स या सॉफ्टवेयर्स कौन से हैं, कौन से एप्स हैं जो डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन में काम में आता है सबसे ज्यादा? एक्सेल में यू कैन नॉट डू अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स व्हेन इट कम्स टू विजुअलाइजेशन, बट देयर आर टू मेजर सॉफ्टवेयर्स. यस, so Kalpana ji was the first one to answer and she has answered correctly. आपने स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक थोड़ा सा किया, लेकिन हाँ आपकी भावना को समझ गए हम. एक है टैबलो और एक है पावर बीआई. ठीक है, गुरजोत हैज रिटन टैबलो, श्रेय हैज आल्सो रिटन टैबलो एंड पावर बीआई. करेक्ट, पावर बीआई एंड टैबलो, दीज आर द मोस्ट पावरफुल, most important and most interesting softwares which I have ever learned and I teach. Okay, so Excel is something which is very close to my heart, but उसके बाद जो मुझे अगर कुछ पसंद है तो वो टैबलो और पावर बीआई है. और पूरी दुनिया जितने भी कॉर्पोरेट्स हैं वो सब इसी पे काम कर रहे हैं. इन टुडेज क्लास आई विल शो यू अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ टैबलो एंड पावर बीआई आल्सो. टैबलो देखेंगे हम, पावर बीआई कभी और देखेंगे. लेकिन हाँ, एक्सेल से बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एक्सेल क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है? क्योंकि इन दोनों का बेस एक्सेल ही है. ठीक है यार, रैपर ये भी नया कुछ आया है आई थिंक. ठीक है, बट दीज आर ऑल रूलिंग द मार्केट. चलिए, तो ये जो हम डायमेंशन और मेजर की बात करते हैं ये टैबलो में दिखाई देता है. अभी आपको दिखाऊंगा मैं थोड़ी देर बाद. तो अभी आप लोग को ये बताना है कि डायमेंशन और मेजर ये जो वर्ड है इनमें डिफरेंस क्या, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दीज वर्ड्स, और हाउ कैन यू डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन दीज टू वर्ड्स. ओके, और इफ यू कैन अनम्यूट एन आंसर, आई वुड लाइक दैट, वो सबके लिए बेटर होगा. अगर कोई समझाना चाहता है कि व्हाट इज डायमेंशन एंड व्हाट इज मेजर, दोज हु हैव लर्नड टैबलो फ्रॉम मी, दे वुड बी एबल टू आंसर दैट. ठीक है, तो गुरजोत एंड आरुषि, आप में से कोई भी, या ऑल दोज पार्टिसिपेंट्स हु वुड लाइक टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज डायमेंशन एंड व्हाट इज मेजर? यस गुरजोत.
The dimensions refers to the parameters on the basis of which the values are defined, and the measures are the values that rate the dimensions.
Parameters on the basis of which, what you said, values are
Placed or defined.
defined. Okay, and measure, measure is
Values on the basis of parameters.
values defined on the basis of parameter.
Yes.
Active voice or passive
Base,
voice? Eh?
basically, sir, dimension contain qualitative values just like names, data, dates, or geographical data, and measures contain numerical data.
Very good, Shrey, very good. Yeah, so correct. So parameters on the basis of values are defined. ये भी ठीक है. Measure is basically a numerical data. Numerical data, you can say. Okay, and when we say number, it means quantitative. So quantitative we can say. और जहाँ पे हम डायमेंशन की बात करते हैं तो पैरामीटर है तो वो क्वालिटेटिव हो जाता है. क्वालिटेटिव. Now, if I have to give you an example, suppose you are a carpenter, okay, and you have to create a bed. ठीक है, मास्टर बेड बनाना है आपको, कोई कमरे के अंदर एक बेड बनाना है या कबर्ड बनाना है, तो आप उसका मेजरमेंट लेते हैं. ठीक है, तो वट एवर यू नोट डाउन ठीक है, लेंथ कितना होगा, ब्रेड कितना होगा, हाइट कितना रखना है उसका, ठीक है, वो सब क्या होगा, वो डायमेंशन होगा, ठीक है, डायमेंशन। जो 3D हम बात करते हैं तो थर्ड डायमेंशन, ये 4D 5D 7D ये डायमेंशन होते हैं। मेजर क्या होता है कि ये इतना फुट है, इतना बाय इतना का बेड बनेगा, 10 बाय 10 का, 8 10 बाय 8 का, ये क्या होता है, ये मेजरमेंट होता है, ठीक है। व्हेन यू गो टू अ टेलर ऑल्सो इज लाइक के कितना लेंथ रखना है, कितना हाइट रखना है, कितना आपका वेस्ट है, ये सब, दिस इज ऑल डायमेंशंस, बट व्हाट यू मेजर इज अ न्यूमेरिकल डेटा। So whenever we are creating any dashboard using any tool, whether it is Excel or Power BI or Tableau, or maybe any fourth of your software that might come into picture, the first step ever would be to divide the fields, whatever you see on in the data, into dimension and measure. ओके, बिकॉज उससे आपका काम बहुत आसान हो जाएगा, आपको ये पता रहेगा कि ये चीज मेजर होगी और इसको मेजर इस बेसिस पे करना है, ठीक है। सो क्विकली वी विल जस्ट डू दिस एक्सरसाइज विथ ऑल द 28 फील्ड्स। और आप मुझे डी और एम, डीएम, ठीक है, डीएम भी इंस्टाग्राम की लैंग्वेज में काफी चीजें चलती है, डीएम करिए, है ना। एक तो पेटीएम करो और एक डीएम करो, दोनों चीजें हैं, आपको दोनों में से अभी कुछ नहीं करना है। आपको फिलहाल जो करना है वो ये है कि आपको बताना है कि इज इट अ डायमेंशन और इज इट अ मेजर, ठीक है। सो एट्रीशन एंड वी विल सी द डेटा ऑल्सो, ठीक है। एट्रीशन में येस और नो लिखा हुआ था, तो एट्रीशन टेल मी कि ये डायमेंशन है या मेजर है, इज इट अ डायमेंशन और अ मेजर। एवरीवन राइट द आंसर इन द चैट बॉक्स, डी और एम, आपको एक ही वर्ड लिखना है, डी, करेक्ट, एवरीवन इज करेक्ट। सो डायमेंशन इज एन attribute or a parameter on the basis we will see whether the employee is leaving the organization, has left the organization or not, so it is a dimension. Attrition in number, is it a dimension or a measure now? Attrition in number, measure, correct, M, very good. Business travel, ठीक है, how the employee is traveling, he is a regular traveler or he is a non traveler, he travel frequently, non, तो वो क्या होगा, third, business travel, D, dimension, very good. What of the fourth one, age band, the age band of the employee, measure, uh, D, it should be a D, dimension, yes. Why, sir? Now see, aha, age band. See anything which appears in a numerical form, that is not a measure. Okay. Now let's say if I ask you that first 20 employees are in the age group of 25 to 34. Then the next 50 are in the age group of 35 to 44. So what we are counting is the number of employees, but we are not counting the category. Category is the dimension. Okay. So when we were defining the age group, so age group को हम काउंट नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि अगर एज ग्रुप काउंट करना है तो 1 2 3 4 5 एज ग्रुप है आ गए। हमको एज ग्रुप को बेस रख के फिर ये काउंट करना है कि हाउ मेनी employees belong to this particular age group. Okay, so it will not be a measure, but it will be a dimension. I hope you now get the point. Okay, it is a dimension and not a measure. Attrition label, ex employee और करंट एम्प्लॉय, तो EX लिखा हुआ है या CE लिखा हुआ है, डायमेंशन है, वेरी गुड। डेट ऑफ ज्वाइनिंग, डेट ऑफ ज्वाइनिंग, कब किसने ज्वाइन किया, कब किसने ज्वाइन किया, M, no, it is not a measure, it is a dimension again, because see on a particular date, number of employees who are joining the organization can be multiple, so we are not counting the date of joinings, we are counting how many people joined. So what date of joining will be a base. You have to ask yourself a question, whatever field I'm checking, discovering the data on the basis of the field, is it countable or not, is it a base or not, is it a parameter, is it something which is defining the field. As if it is defining, then it is a dimension. If it is just a number, or if you can count, or it will be dependent on some other thing, then it will be measured, correct. Now department, we have 3 departments. Department will be what, Kriti says D. Everyone is saying D. Very good. Dimension. Education field. So if you see education field, in the education field, we have different fields, life sciences and all these things. These are again dimensions, correct? These are again dimensions. Gender, male and female. This is also dimension. Job role is dimension. Marital status dimension. Overtime dimension. Training times last year. कितनी बार ट्रेनिंग हुई ये मेजर है करेक्ट दिस इज अ मेजर बिकॉज यू कैन काउंट दिस देयर इज नो बेस हियर करेक्ट एज एज age will be a dimension or a measure age it is typical age D very good so if you have understood that age is not a measure and dimension that means you have understood the concept okay so age dimension है measure नहीं है although you can count but we will count the number of employees based on the age so age will become a dimension daily rate will become a measure okay distance from home now distance from home कौन कितने किलोमीटर से आता है ये मेजर है या डायमेंशन है आयुष why it is a measure and not a dimension so if I say that some employees are coming from 5 kilometers some are coming from 10 some are coming from 15 so I am defining the base as 5 10 15 20 kilometers and how many people will fall in that particular range उसका काउंट करूंगा मैं तो क्या बन जाएगा ये this will become a dimension this is not a measure this will become a dimension education qualification also is a dimension hourly rate now rate is it a measure or a dimension again it is a very dicey issue it is a dimension because see different rates would be there so how many people are employed at that particular rate so it will become a dimension job satisfaction ratings are again a dimension because that is a base for to calculate something monthly income it's a measure number of employee companies worked it is again a measure percentage salary hike कितना hike किसको मिला है ये measure है या dimension है percentage of salary hike is it a dimension or a measure dimension very good standard hours ठीक है what about this standard hours again it is a dimension total working years how many years a employee has worked with a company what will be that measure okay yes you can count the number of years but you can use it as a dimension and measure both so we can say dm it हाँ करो so it can be both it can be a dimension also it can be a measure also years at company के साथ कितने साल हो गए ये measure होगा year current role ये भी measure होगा year since last promotion ये भी measure होगा year end with color manager ये भी measure होगा okay so what we have to do is we have to evaluate the field based on dimensions and measures okay तो ये हमने कर लिया अब उसके बाद what I will do is I will just put a filter and we will filter all the dimensions and then we will filter all the measures together okay so let me put all the dimensions together so ये dimensions निकल के आए हैं इसको मैं copy कर लेता हूँ एक जगह पे control C and let me create one more sheet which is with the name dimensions
वो क्या सिखा रहा है
okay and now we will create one more sheet with the name measure
मम्मी बर्थडे बना रहा है वो क्या बनवा रहा है अकाउंट ब्रेड बनवा रहा है
हाँ
यार इजी ब्रेड नहीं हो रहा है
now we will take measures
सोचो क्या बनेगा उसमें
आप सोचो
मीडियार भाई क्लास है पापा की
okay now see once we have identified what is dimension and measure now next step is to do the process of analysis okay now we will analyze what we can do with this data okay yes Shrestha you want to ask something
Sir, why a monthly income we have considered it as a measure?
Why monthly income we have considered as a measure?
Now,
See, depends. See, if you want to if you want to calculate how many people have this particular as a monthly income. Okay, let me show you the data first. Then I think you will be able to get a proper answer to this. Okay, one WN one. Okay, let me just show you where is the monthly income. So this is the monthly income. Okay, now every employee will have a monthly income, right? So this is the different this thing income of all the employees. Now we can say what is the total income of the employees which are of 20 years of age. Okay, so what I'll do is I will club all this and I will get one number. So now you tell me it will be a measure or it will be a dimension.
can you repeat it?
The question is, I want to find out what is the monthly income of all those employees whose age is 18 years of age. Okay, if you are 18 years of age, what is the total income that the people are earning at this age? From
18 years of age. Measure?
measure. Yes. So now you got the answer.
Yes,
Why
sir.
it is a measure. Okay. And otherwise, if I say otherwise, how many people are earning a monthly income of 1200 or maybe 2000? Then what you are taking as a base is the monthly income. And what you are counting is the number of employees. Then this will become a what? This will become dimension.
Dimension.
So measure and dimension, you cannot say there is a thumb rule to decide what is dimension and what is the measure, but how you're looking at it, what perspective are you taking while dealing with the data, uske hisab se it can either become a dimension or it can either become a measure.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. देखो आप, ठीक है. Now once we have done the dimensions and measures, now we will see, now we will do the analysis, and while doing the analysis we will see कि हम इससे क्या क्या निकाल सकते हैं या कौन सी फील्ड्स को कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. जैसे एट्रीशन है, तो एट्रीशन अगर ये डायमेंशन है तो इसका मेजर क्या होगा, व्हाट विल बी द मेजर फॉर दिस डायमेंशन. So what we are going to do is we are going to find the pairing of these, because if something is a measure, if something is a measure, something is the dimension, then what is the measure, and something is the measure, then what is the dimension. Okay, now you tell me. What I'll do is I will copy the measures over here. ये सब हम यहाँ पे कॉपी कर लेते हैं डायमेंशन के सामने. ये मेजर्स हैं. हाँ,
पापा नोट भी बनेगा और कोई बोर्ड बनाएंगे.
ये पापा की क्लास में मुझे पढ़ो. ठीक है, मेजर. नाउ यू टेल मी एट्रीशन. ठीक है, अब एट्रीशन का मेजर क्या होगा बताइए. कितने लोग छोड़ के गए हैं, कितने लोग नहीं गए हैं. ठीक है, अब ये सारे मेजर्स थे, ये डायमेंशन है. ठीक है, इस डायमेंशन को मुझे काउंट में लाना है, तो व्हाट शुड आई विल टेक एज अ मेजर अगेंस्ट दिस डायमेंशन. attrition rate. No, attrition rate.
in number.
Correct. Attrition in number. Very good. So attrition in number will help me in finding out the attrition in the department, in the organization के कितने लोग गए हैं, कितने लोग अभी बाकी हैं. ठीक है, business travel. If I have to find out कि business travel में किस किस तरह के travel होते हैं, तो फिर उसके लिए क्या होगा. There is one field which is missing in the measure. Can anyone tell me what is one common field which is missing in the measure, which should be a measure, but
Number of employees.
very good, very good. Number of employees. See, because it is a common factor. Number of employees आपको हर जगह काम में आएगा. When you have to find out the business travel, you want to find out कि किस जॉब किस प्रोफाइल पे कितने लोग हैं, कौन फ्रीक्वेंटली ट्रैवल करता है, कौन नहीं करता है. तो वी वांट द नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज. Okay, so this is one field which is at most important but was not there. but we have a written over here. Okay, number of employees. CF age band, again number of employees would be there. Okay, so we will take number of employees again in this. Attrition label, वो attrition in number से आएगा same. This डेट ऑफ ज्वाइनिंग ना, उसमें भी नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज होंगे, किस दिन कितने किसने ज्वाइन किया, डिपार्टमेंट किस डिपार्टमेंट में कितने एम्प्लॉइज हैं, तो वो भी आ सकता है, या किस डिपार्टमेंट से कितने लोग छोड़ के गए हैं, तो वी कैन हैव एट्रिशन नंबर ऑल्सो। तो दो मेजर हो सकते हैं इसके, ठीक है। या किस डिपार्टमेंट में कितने लोग ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने एक पर्टिकुलर ईयर कंप्लीट कर लिया है कंपनी के साथ में। सो वी कैन हैव n number of combination, okay, when we are doing this। एजुकेशन फील्ड में भी नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज होगा, ठीक है, जेंडर में भी नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज होगा, जॉब रोल में भी होगा, मैरिटल स्टेटस में भी नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज होगा। सो नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज कैन फिट एवरीवेयर, ओके। बट द आइडिया इज, द पॉइंट इज, out of these 21 dimensions, there are 21 dimensions, okay, how many dimensions do you think are really important from the point of view of management taking a decision? इस 21 नहीं है, 18 है, because it is starting from this third 19 parameters are there, okay, dimensions are there. Now, what do you think out of these 19, how many are really important? Give me a number, any rough number that comes to your mind, कि इसमें से ये तो छोड़ सकते हैं, ये लोग ये चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट होंगी, or do you think that everything is important? All 19 कल्पना से, उमेश से 0। Why 0 sir? Job satisfaction, हाँ
नहीं, that is dimension, but what numbers are there? अगर attrition करना है या termination करना है, तो how many numbers or how many people we should do it? That is most important,
exactly.
I feel.
Yeah. So it depends on what decision you want to make out of the data, okay. So we cannot all, yeah. So now depends on what kind of decisions you want to take. So this is a sample dashboard that I have shown in my this thing. I'm just coming back to the dashboard and taking this step one more step ahead, okay. So in this we are showing the attrition, the impact of attrition on the organization. So if you see all the 11 parameters over here, first thing is employee count. So whenever you have to deal with your number of employees, first thing you should know is that how many employees are there in the organization. Then out of the employees which are at present there, how many have left? Okay, so these many were the employees, maybe including the ex-employees. This is the attrition count, that means the people who have left. This is the rate of attrition, that at 16% people are leaving the organization. So if you subtract the attrition count from the employee count, you will get the active employees and you will get the average age. So what is the average age of the employee? These are only 5 parameters. You can have multiple parameters also, which department has how many employees and how many distance they are coming from, whatever information. Then attrition by gender, how many males have left, how many females have left. Then department wise attrition, which department has got the maximum rate of attrition, that is this 56% you can see over here, which is the R&D division, and the minimum is from HR. The number of employees by age group, so there are 1470 employees. So which age group employee is the highest? If I ask you this question, would you be able to give me the number as the answer? Which age group has the highest number of employees in this organization? (32), correct, because you can see that 274 employees are there at the age of 32. And which is the least number of employees at what age? Least number of employees, 60, correct. So these charts or visuals makes our job very easy, okay. If you want to find out, now if we talk about job satisfaction rating, now if I ask you this question, give me the job role where people are highly satisfied in doing their job. Give me that job role where people are highly satisfied in doing that particular job. So 1 being the low satisfaction and 4 being the highest satisfaction. Does it make sense to calculate the X employees also? Yes, it does make, because see, the employee has become X, but what was the reason that he became X? Okay, why did he leave the organization? If that employee has left the organization, then what about the replacement? Do we have to fill that vacancy, or it has to be kept blank? Or how to divide the workload to different employees? That is what we have to ask questions from. Okay, so that is why it is important to calculate the X employees. Okay, so I'm getting the answer as sales executive. Now, why we are getting sales executive? Because you can see that 112 is the highest number of employees that have left the organization. Okay, that have given the job satisfaction as 4, rating 4. Okay, but you see that each job role has different number of employees. Okay, so 26 people have given 1 as a rating to healthcare representative, who are healthcare representative, and 4th as 43. So 131. So this might not be the right parameter, but looking at it, you will get sales executive. But if you convert this into 100% and then you see, then you will be able to take a better decision. Okay. Then in the end, what we have is the education level wise attrition, कि कौन किस फील्ड से आया था और कितना क्या. What do you see is the donut chart last में जो आपको दिख रहा है पर्पल एंड येलो कलर से, that is showing the attrition rate by gender for different age group. So we had 5 age group: 25, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, and over 55. So from that particular age bracket, how many people have left the organization, and what is the percentage of people leaving or staying with the leaving the organization, which are divided into male and female. So this is what one this thing has been done. This dashboard has been created. Multiple different dashboards can also be created with this data set. Okay, so in the last 1 hour, what we have done is, what I have done so far is that I have not taught you anything. Okay, but what I have done so far is I've given you an idea about how to go about creating a dashboard. See, creating a dashboard is obviously not a cakewalk, but it is not a very Herculean task also. People create a hype about dashboard, okay, or because they have to market their product or they have to sell it or something like that. Okay, but I know this is something which is very important. And once you learn how to create a dashboard, then obviously you have to learn the basics of Excel also, or advanced Excel also, because these numbers are dynamic and they are derived with some formulas. Okay, so once you know all the formulas, then you know how to get the answers that you're looking for. You know how to create charts, how you know how to create slicer and make them connect with different data source. Then this becomes entire exercise becomes interesting. Okay, donuts, yes, donut and slicer preparing takes time. Yeah, see, this is a very time-taking process. Creating a dashboard is obviously a time-taking process. Slicers doesn't take that much time, but yeah, you should know how to create the right slicers and donut charts and all. Okay, so that is it. Today we just announced very. I decided that since I was doing this for my batch, so I thought let me keep it open for everyone. But it was a very short notice, so today I'm not going with the practical aspect of it. Tomorrow I will start building this dashboard. Okay. So today what I wanted to you all is to understand how a dashboard creation takes place, and we did the brainstorming today just to see the data, how the data is, what we can do with the data. We can divide this data into a dimension and measure. Once we have divided dimension and measure, how we can connect both. And then finally, this is the output that I've shown. If I have not shown you that dashboard, then हम इसका अपना interpretation करके खुद से dashboard बनाते हैं, वो भी हम देखेंगे. ठीक है. So once you have done this, then the next step is just to apply the formula and get the output. Okay, and that is a very simple task, but yet we have to do it in a very effective manner कि वो dynamic रहे. ठीक है. तो अगर इसी डेटा में और डेटा कभी भी ऐड होता है, तो आपका जो डैशबोर्ड है वो ऑटोमेटिकली अपडेट हो जाना चाहिए. You need not put in efforts to create another dashboard. You can just simply keep on adding on the data, and the dashboard should automatically take all these values from there. Okay. So this all thing we are going to cover tomorrow in tomorrow's session. Okay. So those who have joined today, tomorrow also there will be a open session. I will keep it open because I would like people to understand what a dashboard is and how it takes, because those into corporate, they basically know how to create a dashboard, but those who are not working or those who are C into CA practice and all, they think कि हमें ये क्यों सीखना है dashboard बनाना, ठीक है, but it is very important. Okay. So if you want me to cover anything very specific, then you can share your feedback for the session in this particular, or you can reach out to me on my WhatsApp also. You all have come to this session, that means you are connected to us already through our Excel Vibes group, because you have put the link in that group only. So I'm assuming that you are coming through that link. Okay. And maybe I've sent a link to you personally. So uh, this is what we are going to do tomorrow also. If you have any specific thing that you want me to cover, then definitely you can share it in the WhatsApp group also, or in my personal window also. Okay. Because feedbacks are always welcome, so that we can cater to you in a better way. Okay. And if you wish to learn advanced Excel, then my course is already going on. There is a recording which is available on my website. There are so many videos which I have uploaded on my channel. Okay. So I would like to share my channel ID here. I'm sharing it so you can explore different things over there. I mentioned Tableau and Power BI also. So today, just give me 1 minute. I hope you can spare few minutes over here. Okay, so I will just show you what is Tableau all about and how actually data visualization happens in Tableau. So give me just 2 minutes. We will take 2 minutes session more, and then we will close this session. I will show you what exactly Tableau looks like. Okay, how many of you have already worked on Tableau? You can write down yes in the chat box. Those who are my student, they have already they are learning it. But apart from those, how many of you have already worked on Tableau or Power BI? So if you have worked, you can write down yes. If you have not, you can write down no in the chat box. So Umesh says no. Okay, no. Kalpana would like to learn. Okay. So now I'm sharing my screen, and you will see next is a Tableau. Okay. I hope the screen is visible to everyone now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, this is the Tableau software. When you open Tableau, you see something like this. When you open Excel, you see book one over here also. Here also, you are seeing book one. Now, Tableau is a data visualization software. So whenever you have to create any visual, we have to use Tableau or Power BI. Okay. So Tableau doesn't have any data of its own. It has to connect from a data from an external data source. So when you connect to any Excel file, so let me just quickly connect to the same file which I've shared here with you all. So this is HR. Yeah. So I'm connecting this file. Okay, I've created some dashboard previously, which I will show you. But once you connect to a file, I just want to show you how this data appears. So when you connect the file to Tableau, you basically see all your data here. So there were this is some different data. So it has 39 fields and 1470 rows. Okay. Our data has 28 fields and 1525 rows, but the data is similar. The fields are similar. So you get to see all these things over here. Now I was talking about dimension and measures. So here you will see different fields. Okay. So this is the type, data type. So all these blue things which are appearing in blue are called as dimensions, and what is appearing in green is called as a measure. Now, in Excel and Tableau, why Tableau is the better software for visualization and why not Excel? Because in Excel you have to create either pivot tables or write a formula, but in Tableau it is just drag and drop. Okay, so I will just display one or two things. You will understand the power of Tableau. So we were talking about attrition, okay, and there was an attrition in number and attrition in yes or no. Okay, so if I just pull in attrition, what I get is a yes or no. Okay, what I get is a yes or no, but I want to count it. Okay, so if I just click on it, attrition, and I say convert to measure. Okay, now you will see that this attrition, which was there on top, it has come here. Okay, now let me remove this attrition and let me bring this one here. Okay, now what you're getting is 2. Why we are getting is 2? Earlier we were getting yes or no. Okay, but we are getting 2 now because attrition has 2 values. One is yes, one is no. But we wanted to count how many yes are there and how many no's are there, right? So how can we do so? Again, I have just taken this attrition from here and put it on the dimension again. So if I bring it here again I get yes or no. Okay. Now let me bring department over here. Okay. Let me bring department over here. So when I just drop the department, I get to see HR, sales, and R&D. And you will see ABC over here. Now I want to find out the number of employees in the department. I just need to drag and drop things, and you will see that what I'm getting is the number of employees. So we are getting 51 employees over here, 828 employees over here, and sales employee over here. Now, if I have to create a pie chart, if I have to create a pie chart or a visual, what we need to do is we have to just click on show me and just click on this, and you will see a visual appearing over here. Now, when you just bring your mouse over here, you will see all these data. If you want to get the department name, you can just put it into label. You will see the department names. If you want to see the number of employee, you can put it in label again. You will get to see all these numbers. So it is just very simple drag and drop. Okay, but not very effective also. Okay, so that is how we build a different visuals, and different visuals which are dynamic in nature. Okay, so suppose you want to see that how many employees are single or married, you can put the marital status, so you are getting all these. You can put the current employee rate over here, so you can convert this into a bar chart, so you'll see that the maximum number of people who are working in the organization are married. Then we have divorce, then we have this thing. You can change it some other format also. You will get to see. This is the stack chart, column chart. Okay, so different things you can create. If we have something as location also, we can create a map also. If we have the location in this data, we do not have any locations, so we cannot create a map. But if I have a data where I can show you some location, I think IPL matches has, so we can show you our locations also. Okay, so this is Tableau software which helps you in data visualization. It takes around 25 to 30 hours to completely do this master Tableau. But if you learn the basics also, then also you are good to go. So here we are creating a dashboard on IPL, okay, in Tableau. So you will see when I change the year, you will see the player name changing. Okay. So this is again a dynamic aspect of Tableau. Okay. Whenever I am changing any particular year, the match name is changing. And here the same thing will happen with the logo also. We have put a match logo. So when I change the year, uh, the logo will change if I have aligned the logo. I think I have not aligned logo over here. So you are seeing only one logo. But yeah, these things are possible. So different things are there, different dashboards are already being created in corporates. So that is what we have to learn. These things are possible in Excel also, but Excel takes a lot of time and it is not that effective. Obviously, Tableau is a better software for data visualization, and even Power BI. Power BI is a Microsoft product So you can use it from Microsoft website and all. You can download it. But when we talk about Tableau, it is a Salesforce company product. So Tableau is a Salesforce product, and Power BI is a Microsoft product. So if I have to show you what how Power BI looks like, so I'm just show you that Power BI also. But both the softwares are equally important, and both are data visualization software. So something that if you are into corporates, or if you are into own this thing and you want to go ahead in life, so then you want to become a data analyst, or you want to you're looking for a data job change or anything, then you should learn all these softwares, that is Power BI, Tableau, Excel, and other data visualization tools which are available in the market. And see, AI, whatever AI is coming, it will never replace the human intelligence. Yes, but AI will help in coding and all. So obviously things are going to change, but no one can replace the human efforts. Okay, so this is Power BI, what you are seeing on the screen. It is also a data visualization tool, but what it is more powerful than Tableau, what I can say is, because there are some added features, and it is a compatibility with 117 different types of data models. Okay, so you can connect data from different sources, which are 117 in number. And I will show you one thing that will actually tell you the power of Power BI. Okay. Yes. So, can you see the screen? Now, what do you see on the screen? Can you see different connections, different names over here? Territory key, east, west, north, south, product key, product subcategory, product detail, returns, customers. Can you see all these sheets? Data getting connected? Yes, these tables. So basically, these are 11 Excel files. These are 11 Excel files which have different data. But each Excel files has one thing in common, one common field. So what Power BI has done is we have imported all these Excel files in Power BI, and Power BI has created a model using the common fields. And what you will see that there are different connections over here. So whenever you click on any field, when you click on any this thing, a star, it will show you what all fields are common. So this customer ID is there in the customer field, and in the north also. This customer ID is there in the east one also. So whenever you click on any field, it will show you the connections. So with these connections, you can build any data model, and you can create different visuals. So there are 17 different visuals which can be created using Power BI. Okay, so these are 35 visuals which can be created, and these are different Excel files. So this is again a very powerful software apart from Excel and Tableau. Okay, but I will not take much time, because if I start discussing about it, there is no end. Okay, and the time is late. It's a weekday starting. So tomorrow, see you again at 9 o'clock with the dashboard creation. Tomorrow we will talk about we will learn how to put formulas and how to create visuals. Okay, and do check out for my videos on my channel. And if you would like to join any course where you can learn different things, then I'm sharing my website address also. You can explore different courses over there, and whatever you feel like, you can enroll, or you can talk to me about it, or our team. They will also help you in understanding, because I'm a trainer basically, but I don't sell products. I sell my expertise. I sell my services. So if you would like to subscribe to my services, and you would like to learn something which you can help in your professional life, then definitely you can explore these things. Okay. Because I don't believe in selling recorded products, because when you sell recordings, what you are selling is what you have understood, the way you are selling. But when you attend a live session, you can interact and you can ask questions. So that is the best way to learn. Okay. So with this, now we will conclude the session, and Gurjot, now it's all yours.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for thank you, sir, first of all, for conducting this session, and thank you to all the participants who have joined and given their precious time to us and for enhancing their knowledge. Before ending to the session, I just want to give a good news to you all that our Excel Vibes is going to publish a new course on the basis on dashboard learning. So it will be soon published, and the links will be forwarded to you all in the main groups. So if anyone is interested, the cost of for that course is 999, and uh, all the details will be forwarded to in the groups. And if anyone is interested, can join and enhance their knowledge in creating the dashboards. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, and see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you, Shrey, for your feedback. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. See you tomorrow again.